Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys.
Yes, boogie boogie boogie, let's go racing. It's time for some NASCAR talk, and it's going to be a great season. This is going to be everything you need to know, everything to catch you up on the NASCAR 2022 off-season heading into the season. This year, NASCAR has released their next-gen car. What they call next-gen is that it's basically a spec chassis, but made by Tech Inc. It has sequential manual transmission and independent rear suspension as a part of other things, and 18-inch aluminum wheels. We had steel wheels last year, and a single lug instead of the 5 traditional lugs. This is kind of a new thing, a new concept for NASCAR. Also, the numbers in front of the car will be moved to the side a bit to have more sponsor space, another to ask more revenue for NASCAR itself. And NASCAR this year, instead of a 550 package, we will be settling with a 670 horsepower package with a 4-inch spoiler at all speedways that are non-super speedways. And yes, Atlanta is considered a super speedway now. We'll get back into that later. But there's some new teams entering this NASCAR scene. Team Hindenburg is entering, Beard Motorsports, M Motorsports, and newly founded Money Team, but also owned by Floyd Mayweather, is also joining the scene in NASCAR. Another notable things is GMS Racing and Petty have merged now. They're now GMS Petty Racing. Also, Roush Fenway Keselowski Racing merged together, and they're now one team as well. But let's head into the season and the driver lineup for this season. We'll start with the Hendrick Motorsports cars. As you can see here, I'm a Hendrick Motorsports kind of guy. Starting out, it hasn't really changed, but starting out, defending champion number 5 in the 5 car, Kyle Larson. Followed by in the 9 car, Chase Elliott. William Byron will be in the 24, and in the 48 will be Alex Bowman. Now heading to some Joe Gibbs Racing Toyotas. That lineup has not really changed much at all. Denny Hamlin will be driving the number 11 FedEx Toyota, Joe Gibbs Racing, and Kyle Busch will be driving the number 18 M&Ms, which will also be the last year we will see the Mars Company in NASCAR. Very sad to see, but it had to go. It did go. And also the 19 car of Martin Truex Jr., and the 20 car of Christopher Bell, all wrapping up the 4-car stable at Joe Gibbs Racing. Now we move on to Stuart Haas Racing and Stuart Haas Fords. And the number 4, Kevin Harvick, has returned for another season, and he is looking very sharp in the Clash. He looked very good in the Clash this Sunday, so hopefully he can continue some momentum. And in the number 10, Eric Almirola. He will retire after this year. He will retire from full-time racing after this season, and just to spend more time with his family, which we completely understand, but we will miss him at the racetrack, definitely. And in the Stuart Haas Racing, number 14, not Clint Boyer. I kept saying Clint Boyer. No, it's Chase Briscoe in the number 14 car. Also in the 41 car, Cole Custer. Not really much of a change from Stuart Haas's side of things, but you know, they're kind of trying to develop from last season. They weren't as good last year, and now they're trying to take a step up. Now moving on to Team Penske, where we do have some things changing around, and that is with the number 2 car, Austin Cindric, a rookie driver, is going to replace the champion Brad Keselowski in that, as Brad Keselowski moves on to the 6 car, as we'll explain a bit later. But number 2. Austin Cindric moves into that position. Lucky to see him get a break and see what he can do. In the number 12 car, still we have Ryan Blaney. In the number 22, we have Joey Logano. And that wraps up Team Penske's 4-car stable. Now, 2311 Racing, owned by Michael Jordan and Denny Hamlin. They have a 2-car racing team now. 1 car is raced by the number 23, Bubba Wallace, who got a win last year, which is a great thing for him. And the 45 car of Kurt Busch is a new team. They bought a charter, so they will make all the races in the season. Also, we have Petty GMS Racing. GMS and Petty have now merged together as one. They will field 2 cars. The Petty 42 by Ty Dillon, a new team to the Petty Motorsports, and The number 43 of Eric Jones will stay the same as they merge together. RCR will be fielding 2 cars this season, the 3 of Austin Dillon and the 8 of Tyler Reddick. Nothing has really changed there, but we're looking to see maybe Tyler Reddick could have a breakout year and get a couple more wins. I'd definitely like to see that. And now, Front Row Motorsports is fielding 2 cars this year. The number 34 will be Michael McDowell, defending Daytona 500 winner. This should be interesting to see if he could defend his crown. And now in Front Row Motorsports, we have the 38 car, Todd Gilliland, who is a rookie driver. Now in Trackhouse Racing, we have 2 cars in Trackhouse Racing this year. They bought out Chip Ganassi, and Chip Ganassi is no longer a part of NASCAR. But Trackhouse stepped in, they bought that extra charter, and they will be fielding the number 1 of Ross Chastain. Also the number 99 of Daniel Suarez. Hopefully they can make a step up from last year. They were kind of consistent at times. They looked good in the Bristol Dirt Race. Hopefully they can build on that and build on this next season. RFK Racing, as we mentioned, is now formed Roush Fenway Keselowski Racing. Wow, that's a tongue twister. But the number 6 car will be Brad Keselowski, moving away from Penske in order to have some ownership in Roush Fenway Racing. And also the other car of Roush Fenway Keselowski Racing will be the 17 of Chris Buescher, which kind of stays the same. Gives Chris Buescher someone to talk to about setups and adjustments. That's a very good thing for him. Very much so. And then you have the number 31 colleague car of Justin Haley. That is, colleague is moving up to the Cup Series. And then you have the 16 car, which has various drivers that will include AJ Allmendinger, Noah Gragson, Hemrick to share the car, and then Hemrick is running the Daytona 500. Spire Motorsports looking to take a step up this year. They have the number 7 of Corey LaJoie, number 77 of Josh Bilicki. Bilicki is going to run the majority of the schedule. Rick Ware Racing will have the number 51 of Cody Ware, which will be interesting to see. Then we have JTT Doherty Racing, the number 47 of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. The team downsizes and eliminates the second team that was Ryan Preece. The Wood Brothers have a new driver for them this year in the number 21 car. Harrison Burton, rookie driver, will take over for them. Hopefully he can build on what he did in the Xfinity Series and hopefully do better in the Cup Series. Then we have Live Fast Racing, number 78, BJ McLean and various other drivers. Now on to some notable tracks for this year. We're going to go to the reconfigured Atlanta Motor Speedway that has more banking. It's going to act more like a super speedway type of race. Hopefully we get to see that racing there. I think it'll be fun to see. I know some people have been very critical, but I'm very open-minded, and hopefully it'll be good racing. Then we'll go back to the Circuit of the Americas, which we had last year. Hopefully it won't be as a rain fest as it was the first year, but hopefully it'll be a better race. And we got the Bristol Dirt Race is coming back. They're shipping in the dirt, whether you like it or not. A lot of people like it, a lot of people don't. Very, very much so. But it is back on the schedule. They're heading to Worldwide Technology Raceway for the first time. I think it's time. This place got a date. It needed to get a date. It had some Truck Series races, some great ones, and a great turnout. So now I'm very happy to see that on the schedule. Also, we have Road America making its Cup Series debut. We've seen this on the Nationwide Series for a long time, but now it's going to come to the Cup Series. Let's see if they could do anything. And coming up and I can't wait for this season to come about. February 20th will be the Daytona 500, and I will be watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, let's reload.
I be like, sheesh, sunset on the beach. Make me wanna pull up on Miami with the heat.